Hey, I apologize that it's been a while since I made a video. I was stressed out and then I got in my head and I got insecure. And I apologize because I started making these for my students and to encourage other teachers and educators. And I lost sight of that and I crawled inside myself. So I apologize. I'm back. Okay, so here's the thing. I've been teaching for 14 years. And in that time, I've experienced physical and intellectual exhaustion on a regular basis. But recently, I've literally been thinking maybe education isn't for me. Which, if you know me, you know that that's absurd because I literally feel I've been called to do this. I set my alarm clock with a label that says, "Get up, you have a purpose." Like literally, right? Like, I don't feel like I have an option in this career choice. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. But in the last amount of time, I have been second guessing everything. And I thought, wait a second, what's going on that is causing this? And I have realized that we are currently existing in an environment where we still have the intellectual and the physical exhaustion, but now we've added to it a level of emotional exhaustion having to do with health, the health of ourselves, the health of our those we love, the health of our entire school context, right? And I've always cared about my students' health and the health of my colleagues, right? And the health of my community. But I have never experienced a time where a person says they don't feel well. And instead of me just saying, "Oh, I hope you feel better. All right, see you tomorrow. Get some rest." And then the next day I'm like, "Do you feel better?" And they're like, "Yeah." And now it's like, "You don't feel well? What symptoms do you have? How long have you had those symptoms? Are there any other factors? How about a fever? Have you been exposed to someone? Have you been in contact with someone? How long were you near that person?" Like, that is a whole nother level of concern and emotional analysis over a person's health. And you may be thinking, but I'm not experiencing that stress. I mean, I'm surrounded by adults that are taking care of that stress for me. And that's great if you've got some caring adults that are handling that stress for you. But I would challenge you that, I'm experiencing stress. I realize in stopping and pausing that there are days where I am literally thinking, when can I take my mask off to get a fresh breath? Because I am starting to feel claustrophobic. There are days where I am sitting thinking, my breath is so hot, I just need to get this thing off of my face. And that's a whole nother level of concern that I didn't experience before this, right? This is new. And I just want you to know, if you are experiencing that stress and that emotional fatigue at the end of the day, you're not abnormal. It doesn't mean you're a bad teacher. It doesn't mean you're a bad student. It doesn't mean that you're a bad educational assistant. It doesn't mean that education is not for you. It just means there's a lot going on right now. And that's okay. And I want you to know that we can do this. We have persevered this far. We are making forward progress, and we can continue to persevere. And I'm challenging you like I'm challenging myself. Let's wake up every day and approach it as a new day, putting aside the concerns of yesterday and allowing today to have a new start. Let's encourage one another. I believe in you and I believe in us, and I know we can make it through this together.